Much like most other major metropolitan areas, Vancouver also has its own highway bus network. While not necessarily Ontario's GO Transit or Sound Transit in the Seattle metropolitan area, this selection of TransLink's bus routes serve as transportation lifelines between Richmond and places south such as Tsawwassen and White Rock. While other notable suburban bus routes do exist, one corridor seems to have taken the role as the crown jewel of this part of the network. For this month's documentary, we will be taking an in-depth look at the suburban buses of Highway 99. As fitting as it may seem, there are 9 bus routes which handle service on the Highway 99 corridor. 4 of these bus services head out to Surrey, while the other 5 serve destinations in Tsawwassen. And even further, 3 of these routes form the foundation of bus services along Highway 99. The 351 White Rock Center, the 601 to South Delta, and the 620 route, which handles long-distance travelers out to the Tsawwassen Ferry terminal. While this part of the network has been a mainstay for generations of commuters, September 2009 was a recent major turning point. On Labor Day of that year, service adjustments for the then newly built Canada Line came into effect. Before then, all routes in this video except the 620 continued north into Vancouver, supplementing 98 B-Line services as well as other peak hour regional routes that connected downtown Vancouver and neighboring Richmond City. For the past 13 years, Bridgeport Station has been the northern terminus for these suburban services. This hub took over Airport Station in September 2009 as the transfer point between the 9 routes and services to the international airport. The Park and Ride, the largest in the region, stands tall above the main bus loop area as an assortment of airplanes blast overhead on their final approach to Vancouver International Airport. On this summer afternoon, commuters from Vancouver, Richmond Center, and YVR Airport converge for the refreshing air-conditioned journey south. 4 bus types make up the suburban bus fleet. Still going strong despite seeing numerous replacements is the Orion V type. An outdated model by 2020 standards, their signature yellow paint has been iconic as the flagship of the suburban fleet. Their eventual replacements started showing up in 2018, first with suburban configured low-floor buses made by Novabus with updated seating and increased accessibility. Then in 2019, TransLink figuratively took it a step up by purchasing Enviro 500 double-decker buses from British manufacturer Alexander Dennis. Aside from the added capacity, these buses feature USB chargers for the long ride out to the suburbs. And then for Route 620 to the Ferry terminal, the fleet for Route 49 49th Avenue Local is used, which is the standard articulated bus. All suburban buses operate out of Richmond Bus Yard in Ironwood, which is responsible for buses on the Suburban Highway Network, local buses in Richmond, and Route 49 49th Avenue Local. With Highway 99 in clear sight, we shift our focus to Highway 99 at Tsawwassen Highway. A rare example of a freeway stop in Metro Vancouver, this bus stop serves 2 important purposes. The first is to provide access to services along Tsawwassen Highway into the Ironwood Industrial Area and the Riverport Recreation Complex. Its second purpose is to allow drivers to change shifts as the Richmond Bus Depot is a 20-minute walk to the west. The Massey Tunnel is the crown jewel for these routes. With a clearance of 4.15 meters, it was virtually impossible for double-deckers to be used until the advent of the current Alexander Dennis Enviro 500 models. Despite being replaced with another tunnel years from now, many sides are in a dogfight about cost, design, and other impacts. In the meantime, the counterflow system in place since 1981 continues to give the advantage to the peak direction during rush hour. Our next stop is South Delta Exchange. While the 620 diverges west to carry on to the ferry terminal, the remaining routes, 601 through 604, are seen here dropping off passengers in the northern part of the neighborhood before continuing south as local services. Among the peak-only routes, the 602 has the highest ridership while acting as a 601 that bypasses Ladner, while 603 and 604 complement each other to provide service in other parts of Tsawwassen. Shifting gears to the Surrey runs, further bus priority measures have been in place since 2013 with the completion of the South Fraser Perimeter Road. Though no bus service is provided on the SFPR, the region had long been planning a Highway 17 route from the ferries to Scott Road Station in Surrey. Located just off Highway 99 in King George Boulevard, South Surrey Park and Ride serves commuters in White Rock and Surrey. As the name suggests, this park and ride opened in 2006 while receiving a quite controversial expansion in November 2013. During this warm sunset, the 351 White Rock and peak hour routes 352 Ocean Park and 354 White Rock South meet up with feeder services into the Surrey-Newton area. Arriving now is bus 21401 on its first day of service. The first in an order for 25 more double-decker buses. These units are set to replace the remaining Orion buses built over 21 years ago. Additional units started service in mid-October of this year. Once complete, this will bring the double-deckers in the fleet to 57. That will do it for this month's documentary. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please leave any questions in the comment section.